Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jessie and welcome to Walkthrough Wednesday. I'm just going to jump right in because I believe that I can actually do this in under 10 minutes. But I'm going in with my foundation because my skin was already prepped and ready to go so that I can give you guys a quick little video of just my everyday look. I use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation in the shade Cashew. It's a little light for my skin tone at the moment, but I normally just fix that with some bronzer, little contour, no worries. I really like it. It is a medium coverage, so you're able to build it or just work with it as is. I've used it with a brush and I like it, but I'm definitely team Beauty Blender, especially when it comes to a clean finish. I just feel like it blends out a lot nicer with the Beauty Blender and brushes and wet products. Sometimes you get the streaks if you want to sit there and spend the time blending. It works, but we don't have that time today. I'm just going in and blending this out. When I do a quick makeup look like this, there's not really a rhyme or reason to any techniques I'm using, to any reasons why I'm doing things. I'm just kind of doing them to get out the door. So we have the foundation on. I just make sure it's blended around the mouth, around the nose, like anywhere where fine lines can come up. Like I know I get really bad creases under my eyes, so I try to make sure that's really blended out. And there's not going to be a lot of product just sitting there. Bring it down the neck, blend it all out. So normally when I do my makeup, I'll go in with concealer and contour and all these things, but we don't have time for that. So I am using the Lock-It translucent powder, the setting powder by Kat Von D. I've been using this one a while and I really like it. For me, it's just really light and it doesn't change like the coloring of anything. It sets everything in really nicely. I put it on my eyes so that we don't crease up there. Just make sure it's everywhere that you think needs to be set. Again, no rhyme or reason, just making sure things get set and stay where they're supposed to stay for the rest of the day. So for me, I know I get really oily and stuff around my nose, so I'll bring it down. And then on my chin, pretty much everywhere where I would highlight if I was using my concealer. My forehead, bridge of the nose, under the eyes, all the key points. And then I will go in with my bronzer. I use the Wet n Wild bronzer. It was cheap and it actually works really well. It has the same kind of formula, I guess, as a lot of high-end bronzers that I like to use. But normally I would go in with like an angled brush, or like I have this brush that hugs the cheekbones and it's really like specific on where you put it. Don't have time for that today. We are using my big fluffy brush. I believe this is from Real Techniques, but it's a little old. So we're just gonna go in and I literally just put it all over my cheek. I'll bring it up onto my forehead. Because like I said, this foundation's a little lighter on me than I would like it to be. And I use my bronzer to, someone just came in my house. I use my bronzer just to even that out and make it look like I put a little effort into my face. 'Cause that's really all we have to do for work. And there's that. And because it's a little lighter, I'll take whatever's left on the brush and just kind of brush it over everywhere else so there's not like weird lines or very obvious color changes. Again, for time reasons, I use my bronzer on my eyes too, just right here in the crease, because I get really bad creases even when I lock it in with the setting powder. So using a darker color like this to add dimension kind of helps me avoid that throughout the day. Just add a little bit, nothing crazy. Make sure it's blended out. And you can see, like, there's not that big of a difference, but it just gives my eyes just, again, a little effort put in. So then I'm going to take my highlighter. I use the Victoria Duke Beauty Ring Light Powder. Take a little bit on my finger and put it on my lid. Not a lot, just very, very lightly tap it in. Nothing crazy. Then I'm going to, I always curl my eyelashes whether I'm putting fake eyelashes on or not, just because I think it makes them look fuller. Because I have really thin eyelashes, so I curl them to lift them up a little bit, and it also helps hold on to the product for me a little better. I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is one of the mascaras that I switch out every now and then. I find myself in love with it, and then I switch it, and then a couple months later I'm back to using it again. I really like the brush. It's thick, it distributes a lot of products without it being like too clumpy or weird. So I just put a little bit of that on, get the lower lashes. And that's pretty much it for my eyes once I fix that. When it comes to eyebrows, I have a pretty decent shape in my eyebrow. I try to keep them full so I don't have to color them in every day. So I go in with the Maybelline Brow Drama. It's almost like a mascara for your eyebrows. When I fill them in, I normally use a clear one just to keep them in place. So this is pretty much all that does, is just to keep the shape, fill them in, give them a little bit more color after the foundations and the powders and all that. Just fill them in. And of course my eyebrows are two different shapes. That's always fun. So now I'm gonna go back in with my highlighter. Do a little bit on the cheekbones. I always do my nose. A little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then just to add a little more color as I'm looking at my face, I'm gonna go in with a Tarte blush in the color Feisty. So it's kind of like a pinky color without being overly pink. And I'm just gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks and blend it up and out. Again with the big fluffy brush because I don't need that much of it. It's just to add a little more color. We're good. And then for my lips, I'll either switch between using like a tinted chapstick or this. It's the Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream. So I just throw a little bit of this on and we are good to go. Okay, so there's your everyday look. I'm looking at my time and I did it in 8 minutes and 45 seconds. I think this is a new personal record for me. So comment if you have any questions about the products, the process, the brushes, or just any questions at all. Bye guys.